Before the Donner Pass route through the Sierra Nevada mountains was opened, the California Zephyr traveled a much different route. That route was the Feather River Canyon, a passageway through the rugged Sierra Nevada range in Northern California. Tracks Ahead had the opportunity to take a trip on this scenic route with the help of a knowledgeable guide. Chris Scow worked for the Western Pacific and has put in many miles through this scenic canyon.
I worked the Feather River Canyon as a conductor for 26 years, and I really enjoy the canyon. The canyon is nothing like what most folks are used to now over Donner Pass. Canyon is totally different. It's rugged. It is a rough piece of railroad that is a real challenge for the crews with rocks and high water and tunnels.
The Feather River route was a special treat for rail passengers. Not only is there the scenery, but there are some engineering marvels as well.
The route is very special. It's unique in the respect that it's not only a rugged piece of railroading, but it's got so many tunnels through the High Sierra. It is running through the deep Feather River Canyon in areas where it's on rock ledges, rock-cut tunnels, slide fences where there's rock slides coming down. There's nothing quite like it anywhere in the United States. There is some very interesting engineering significance on the route. The Ketty Bridge is probably the most famous bridge in the United States, if not the world. It's well known from many aspects, being that it is a wide bridge, that there is nothing like it. And it was named after Arthur Ketty, who was the chief engineer of the railroad. And it's the junction at Ketty where the line goes from east to west, and then junctions north up to Oregon and on to the Pacific Northwest.
Running a private train along this historic piece of railroad allows passengers to again experience the scenic beauty of the route.
Most folks have not been able to ride in the canyon since 1970, and that makes it very unique, except for a few extra train excursions and Amtrak detours that were not available to the general public. It's a piece of railroad that most folks have not seen. And I think one thing that's very unique is so much of the Feather River Canyon can be seen from the train that cannot be seen from the highway. It's a whole different perspective. The trip started in Emeryville on the former Southern Pacific and ran to Sacramento, making passenger stops at Martinez and Davis. At that point, after we picked up our passengers in Sacramento, we did make the swing at Hagen Junction onto the original Western Pacific route. And from that point on, we continued north through Marysville and through Oroville, where we entered the Feather River Canyon and started our climb into the Feather River Canyon over Lake Oroville and on up through Ketty Bridge, Williams Loop, and into Portola.
As special as the canyon, the cars that were used on the run are a testament to the glory days of rail passenger service.
We brought these cars in from all over the country to get this train assembled. The farthest in distance was one dome car that we brought in from Chicago. We've got a car that came out of Winslow, Arizona, a number of cars that came out of Los Angeles, one car that came out of Barstow that had a misconnect in Los Angeles and didn't make it, so it's been a challenge.
There were some very special cars on this train.
The silvers are very unique. That's the Silver Lariat, Silver Solarium, and Silver Rapids, because they ran through here on the California Zephyr up to March of 1970. Additionally, the Silver Solarium, there's no other observation California Zephyr car of that type running anywhere in the United States.
Fantastic scenery, nostalgic cars, and a route that lets only a special few see the wonders of the Feather River by rail. This is a true tribute to the golden age of passenger railroading.